Okay, recording.
Welcome everybody to this morning's session. We are very excited to have you joining us. This will be session number 1 of 4. Later on this morning, I will provide more details on the remaining 3 sessions, but please know they will all be recorded. So just in case anyone is not able to attend live in person, Dan will be providing a link to the department chairs that you all can follow up and view the recordings. This morning's session will focus primarily on the Center for Student Services. We will be introducing, in some cases reintroducing, some staff members to you all, providing more information on the university's commitment to student success and how that has impacted academic advising and some reorganization that has taken place. And in addition to that commitment to student success, it has also provided some great opportunities for us as staff within the Center for Student Services to collaborate with all of you. And now to get us started, Dan will lead us into introductions.
Well, yeah, good morning, everybody. My name is Daniel Segura. I'm the Director of Student Services for the College of the Arts and Media. I'm sure that you are familiar with my name, and I'm really glad to connect with you here. The Center for Student Services it has expanded in the last year or so, and we are appreciative of having professionals join us. Brett, many of you had known Brett and Sarah before, and maybe CJ, but CJ's role before was as a coach with the Office of Student Success. But student success and advising have merged, and also we hired some new staff as a part of that. So on your screen, you see our new academic advisors, and I think what they will do is they will go on and introduce themselves, and that'll be great. And then CJ will take us to the next step. But I do want to thank you for participating and for joining us and for everything you do for students every single day. And what we're really here to talk about is how we want to partner with you to help our students be successful.
Good morning, everyone.
Go ahead first.
Brett, how about you kick us off?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Brett Blythe, academic advisor, College of Arts and Media. So the groups that I kind of specialize with as a liaison, if you will, are music and journalism.
Hi, everyone. Sarah Grandstaff. I am clearly advisor, just like Brett, and I'll be working with IPR and COM.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Megan Potts, also an academic advisor, and my departments that I'll be working with are going to be theater and dance, and also art and design.
And good morning, everyone. Again, my name is CJ Yerington. I'm also an academic advisor here within the Center for Student Services, and the department that I will be liaison to, or excuse me, the school, would be Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. All right. A little over a year ago, the university further strengthened its commitment to student success. President Bob Davies was quoted as saying, "We must empower students to play an active role in their academic journey while also strengthening the support we offer along the way, a true partnership for student success." So when this further strengthened commitment took place, one of the big focal points was the reorganization of academic advising. Academic advising was restructured so that teams were created and built within each college. So there's a team of academic advisors within each college that have established caseloads for each advisor and are primarily focusing on those students and their progression. For each one of us within our team in the College of Arts and Media, we each have a caseload of approximately 340 students that we look to build rapport with during the orientation process and maintain that rapport throughout their entire time as an undergraduate here at CMU. With these caseloads in mind, and now that we have those assigned students, one of the important things is as you work with students and you feel that it would be beneficial for them to meet with their academic advisor, please make sure and refer them to their assigned academic advisor. For more information on that, when logging into Degree Progress and you search for a student, on the left-hand side of the screen, there will be an Advisors tab, which you can click on, and that will give you information on the student's assigned academic advisor. Should you click on that Advisor tab and for whatever reason, it happens very infrequently, you do not see an assigned advisor, please reach out to Dan Segura and let him know that you would like to refer a student, and he will touch base first with that student and help them to have an advisor assigned to them. In addition to the caseload development, you can also see the next screen there, and Dan kind of mentioned this earlier, the individual position, success coaching, and the responsibilities that were within those positions have now been transitioned to academic advisors. So Brett, Sarah, Megan, and myself not only act for academic advising to the students with their academic planning, we also now work with students regarding their academic performance. So if you were familiar before with success coaching and may have referred some students for that, please know that is now a role that we as academic advisors play for the students. And at the bottom of the screen there, you see department and school liaison. You heard each one of us during our introductions indicate that we're going to be working directly with an individual department or departments or schools. And so now I'd like to go into a little bit more information on what that is. So department and school liaisons are positions that or responsibilities that were established this year to better enhance communication. And what we mean by examples of communication would be curriculum changes occurring within the department or the school, maybe some prerequisites changing, major maps may need to change as a result of those, highlighting unique courses. All of us want to be as big of a champion as we can be for your school and department. And so anytime you have a unique course or things that you would like us to get out to our students as soon as possible, we would love to do that. In addition, you can see down there if course offerings change, or maybe you have very specific course rotations for some of those unique electives, we would love to have that information. So as we advise our students and look to future plan courses with them, we understand what the rotations are in the course offerings to put them in a better position to be successful. In addition, now with the year-long academic advising or the year-long, course registration process, one of the big components would be those course exception policies. For a lot of the courses now, students have the ability, if they can't readily register for the course, to ask for an exception. And with those, we know that departments have intentionally thought out and come to an understanding of what their exceptions may be that they would accept to allow a student into the course. So that's another important aspect to communicate with your department liaison or school liaison, are those exception policies. So we readily have those as we work with students and can explain what they would need to do. With all the things that I just highlighted there, outlining our responsibilities as your liaison, the biggest thing there would be timing. The earliest that we can be made aware of these items puts us in a better position to then help students be in a better position for success moving forward. Now transitioning over to the support piece. As faculty members, you are going to be on the front lines and probably be one of the first, if not the first individuals to notice or become aware of a student concern. There's a couple different avenues that we would definitely like to inform you on that you can take for reporting anything that you might be seeing and or hearing from a student. The first one there is a non-attendance report. The technical name is Instructor Report of Non-Attendance. Obviously for spacing, we're going to shift that down to non-attendance report. If you notice a student is regularly not attending class, this is an avenue that you can immediately notify the university that a student is not attending class, and you want to make sure that we are aware of that. There is a link that Dan has that will take you directly to this non-attendance report on the registrar's website, and he will be following up with each one of your department chairs or school directors with that link so you have access to it. Please know those non-attendance reports, once collected, are directly routed back to us as academic advisors so we can follow up with that student and try and engage with them on what may be occurring as to why they're not attending your class. Then the additional avenue that you have for supporting or notifying the university of a potential concern is a care report. And so with a care report, you can notice there's some things highlighted there. Consistently missing class, falling behind, you're noticing low performance, or as you've engaged and interacted with the student, they've admitted that they're struggling in and out of the classroom, whether it be with academic related variables or personal variables. It's extremely important to notify the university of any of those struggles, admitted struggles, or things that you are seeing within the course. Please know that your care report, once submitted, goes to a council, which is made up of all of the directors of the various student services on campus. Your report will be reviewed, and based off of the content that you provide, an appropriate student service will be identified to then reach out and follow up with that student. And sometimes that is us as academic advisors. We will be identified as the appropriate resource. And really a lot of the time, if it's surrounding academics, directly impacting academics, we most likely will be the person that's identified and will be following up with the student. But if, for example, there may be more personal items that the student may admit to you when you engage with them, an example would be potentially mental health concerns, then obviously our counseling resources would be identified as a resource as well to follow up and with that student and engage with them. Please know when you submit a care report, you will receive a confirmation message letting you know that it has been received. But another thing to know is you probably won't get any follow-up after that. The only additional follow-up you may get is if there's misunderstanding or there may be gray areas in what you submitted, and the manager of those care reports just would like a little bit more clarification or a little bit more information to add to the report. But typically after the confirmation message, and if you get that additional outreach, there's not going to be a lot of follow-up after that. So we definitely want to make sure and highlight and let you all know that. One thing with these non-attendance reports or care reports, please know that if we as academic advisors are notified, at minimum, we will make 2 outreach attempts to the student, one being probably via email, one being by phone, to attempt to engage with that student and further discuss challenges that they may be facing. And as a result of our conversation, that may result in additional referrals on our part as well. One thing too, regardless of the report that you may file, please know that we strongly encourage you, if you are noticing consecutive absences from class, some of the things there I've listed under the care report, falling behind, low performance, we would definitely encourage you to reach out and attempt to engage with that student. We are highly confident that you all do that now. And so, but we wanted to make sure and just stress that because that goes a long way too with letting us know kind of what outreach has been done to this point, what attempts have been made. So we can also include those when we follow up with students as well. As I mentioned earlier in the session, we do have additional sessions coming up that will cover different topic areas. One actually this afternoon at 2 p.m. Megan will be covering degree progress, kind of level 1 beginner type functionalities. One of the things she will go back over is that advisor tab I mentioned earlier and how you can access information on the student's specific academic advisor. Then next Friday, we have a couple sessions again. The morning session at 10 a.m. will cover degree progress, kind of the advanced level 2 functionality that will be offered by Sarah Grandstaff. And then rounding out our sessions next Friday afternoon at 2, we have some course registration planning, and Brett will be offering that session and kind of walking you through the different facets of that. If you do have any questions or concerns, please know you can always follow up with Dan Segura, or you can certainly follow up with any one of us academic advisors. and we would be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, everybody. Most people will be watching this on a recording, and I'm glad that you took the time to take a look at that.